Good evening, everyone. My name is Samson. Come from the eastern part of Kenya, a place called Kitui. Well, I would like to share with you some few highlights in my life that I really consider to be like turning points in my life. Basically, I was brought up in a Christian family. My parents were Christians. For better part of my life, things were just good. I used to attend Sunday school and church as normal, but things began to change when there was a separation with my family. There was a family breakup, and at that time I was in class 8, and things were not good for us because it's like the parents had to share the kids, and the three of us, my elder sister, myself, and another sister, we were to stay with my father, and the other young ones to remain with the mom. Now, this did not work well for me. Being a man, I tried to keep this thing inside of me, and it really ate me and it boiled inside my life. And for the better part of my high school, even though I was a born-again Christian, and when I was in class 8, I was actually the Christian Union chairman. But due to this family breakup, I suddenly became withdrawn, and all of a sudden I wasn't active. In my high school years, I was very quiet, and I was harboring a lot of unforgiveness. But my major highlight in my life, my first turning point, is when I came to the realization that I had to forgive my stepmother, because to me, she was the #1 enemy in my life, and I always felt like she's really done us more harm. And it really took the hand of God for me to release and to let go. And this happened sometime in 2001, just as I finished my high school. But then that was the beginning of transformation in my life. There was so much healing that God began to open doors for me. I joined the hospitality industry. Now, the other major turning point in my life, now once I forgave my mother, my stepmom, and God opened doors for me, even in the ministry, and I began to work again effectively. And now the other turning point in my life is that as I joined the hospitality industry, I've seen the hand of God operate in me in such a way that even without academic qualification, that is one thing that always amazes me. Every time I've encountered many people with a high school diploma, with college diplomas, with degrees, and they're always asking me, which university did you go to? Because God has somehow given me a certain amount of glory, and He has helped me really to do things that I wasn't qualified for, if I may say. And I really thank God that when things were really picking up in the hospitality industry, I got sick. I got seriously sick with tuberculosis. For those of us who know what tuberculosis is. And I was actually even giving up. And at that time, I had to leave my place of work and stay at home for 3 months. I just moved out, and it was really tough. But one thing I want to share with my colleagues is that during this period that I was very sick, it's also the time that I got really close to God. It's this time that God really ministered to my life, and I owe my spiritual transformation to this moment in my life. When I was actually down there sick and it like all hope was lost, that is when God ministered to me in a more special and deeper way than I treasure that moment. And I know sometimes when you say count it all joy, when you go through various trials, I've seen God, I've triumphed through trials. That the first one is that of my family breakup, and then the sickness. Now the other thing that I want to say as I conclude is the way I have seen God work in my life in the career world, in the place where I work. And I've really seen the hand of God. God has spared me through many things. I work in a very sensitive area, but God has always been there for me. And I've really truly learned the grace of God. It's not that I'm qualified for anything, but God keeps on amazing me. Just recently, He gave me a chance, and I never thought of going outside Kenya. I flew all the way to South Korea for some few months and left other people who were more qualified and who were better connected than I was. So those are the major highlights in my life, and I don't know what God has in store for me, but all that I can say is that based on what I've seen in the past, I know better things lie ahead. So God bless you.